Yeah. You know what? Hell yeah.
I'm so tired of figuring out what to do with my hair. And I'm not even talking about my natural hair. I'm talking about my hair in general.
Be honest, how many times have you gotten your hair done just to look in the mirror and want to switch it up again? How many times have you bought a wig, wore it for 3 days, maybe a week, and you were ready to take it off and put the next one on? And if that doesn't sound like you, how many times have you gotten a fresh set of braids and then a week later you miss your curls?
Oh my God, my Shayla. My Shayla.
As a black woman, I can say this because I see this. Hell, I do this. We are the main ones who will change our hair in a heartbeat. We will be quick to get sick of a hairstyle and want to change it. But is it all just for fun? Do we like to express ourselves and be playful with our hair, maybe switch it up every now and then, just to show off the privilege that we're able to do that? Or is there a deeper meaning to it? Now, I'm not telling you that you have to subscribe. You are a classy woman. You don't give that up for free. But hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough that you decide to take that next step. We need to take a step back and look at the historical perspective of it all. When you really think about it, black hair has always been a statement. It's been a form of expression, resistance, revolution. But during slavery, black people were often forced to adopt European standards of beauty because our hair was deemed as unruly or ugly. This led to early practices of getting relaxers, straightening our hair. You know how that went.
I remember sitting in the kitchen for what seemed like all day while my mother did my hair. Today it's a lot easier.
Ravine makes your hair feel softer, silkier, and more manageable.
And this was basically so that we could fit into white beauty standards. But then in the 1960s and 70s, we saw a huge growth of pride in the natural hair. Y'all remember the days of the fro when rocking an afro was big, bold, it was a power move, it was a statement. It was a way to say, I'm proud of my roots, I'm embracing my natural beauty, and I am not changing for anyone. Until some of us literally had no choice but to change our hair. Then came the time of hair discrimination, not only in the workforce, but also in the modern world. If your afro was too big, it was considered messy. If your locks were too long, they were considered dirty.
We ain't got time for games. If you don't want to be African, no problem. Get away from me.
In response, we were left with no choice but to alter our hair to fit into societal norms. Now, I'm not blaming anyone in particular, but based on how history unfolded, this could be the deeper reason on why some of us struggle to stick with just one hairstyle. So we've talked about how history and societal pressures have shaped the way we view and change our hair. So let's dive into the psychological side. Is it impulsiveness or is it just self-expression? Now, the truth is, hair has always been an emotional outlet, and that's not for just black women, it goes for all women. Think about it. How many of y'all change your hair every time something drastic happens, or anytime you're moving into a new stage of life? That man broke your heart, you're dyeing your hair. Now, right now, I'm currently in the middle of a weight loss fitness journey, and eventually I'm planning on getting a pixie cut. Now, y'all, I have wanted a pixie cut so bad, but I told myself, I was like, look, I'm gonna hit my weight loss goals, and then after I hit my goals, I'm gonna reward myself with a pixie cut. It's like hair becomes the easiest way to mark a fresh start. Or maybe you want to forget something in your past, so you get rid of the hairstyle that reminded you of it. It's like that fresh new look gives you some type of control over your life when life gets crazy. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, impulsiveness hates to see me coming. That is my catchphrase at this point, because impulsiveness literally hates me. I will change my hair in a heartbeat. I've changed my hair so many times. I've been super impulsive with hairstyles, so really, I understand it now, okay? But I've never considered that maybe deep down I have issues. Well, hold on, not issues, but maybe there are problem points in my life, and instead of addressing it, I'll go and change my hair instead. So yeah, maybe it's self-expression, or maybe it's impulse, insecurity, or reflection. And that's why instead of hurrying up and rushing to get this pixie cut that I want so bad, I'm instead gonna reward myself with that pixie cut after I hit a goal. And when you think about it this way, it makes you think if you really want to change your hair or if you really just need to sit back and reflect before you make that decision. So since we've talked about how our hair choices can be influenced by deeper emotional or personal aspects, let's be honest, there is something else that is driving us to keep changing our hair. And that, my friends, is the power of social media. Y'all notice how every time a new hairstyle drops, suddenly our old ones feel a little outdated? They're not as cute anymore. Y'all ever peep that? It's like 1 minute everybody is rocking a 40-inch bust down, and then the next everybody is rocking kinky curls, V-part curls. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Now, being a wig influencer, I've seen how quickly various hairstyles can become extremely popular. It seems as though right now the girls are pushing V-part wigs, but not even V-part wigs, it's the kinky curly hair. It seems like right now that's what's popping. You got the V-part wigs, the flip over wigs, y'all. My For You page is full of flip over wigs, and I don't even blame them because the flip over wigs look good. They look natural, they are popping, y'all. They're going viral right now as we speak. But social media pushes trends like it's nobody else's business, and we don't even have the chance to be like, hold on, do we really need to do this hairstyle? Do we really need to push a different hairstyle every week, every month? Can we slow down? But here's where I point the blame. I point the blame at myself. Me. I'm the problem. Because as a wig influencer, I'm not gonna hold y'all, I'm promoting a different hairstyle every single week. I am literally feeding into the impulsiveness of wanting to change your hair all the time. It's me. I'm the problem. I'm not like the main source. I'm not the main problem. Like, I got my toe dipped in it a little bit. Okay, maybe my foot. All right, damn, my leg is dipped in, okay? The leg is dipped. You see somebody in a bust down wig looking good, it's only natural that you're gonna wanna look just as good as them.
This is the best wig I've ever had.
Okay, y'all, I got the wig. This is definitely the best wig I've ever had.
So then you buy that bust down, and then a week later, the girls are talking about boho braids. Can we relax? And it honestly will never end until the wig companies and the wig influencers just disappear into thin air. You will always see a new hairstyle being promoted. You will always have to fight that urge, or maybe you give in to want to go ahead and buy that bust down wig or buy whatever bundle is on the market right now. So while social media gives us endless inspiration, it also puts a lot of pressure on us to constantly want to change our looks.
You gotta understand, we live a totally different life. I don't have kids. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't have to go as hard.
50 times?
More.
100 times?
More.
200 times?
More.
I'm trying to beat the system, what's the cheat code? Running from my past, in my review I see Rico.
Is it self-expression, or are we just trying to stay in the game? Maybe it's a little bit of both, wanting to stand out or wanting to fit in, but the line between expressing who we are through our hairstyle and keeping up with the hairstyle trends can get pretty blurry. But at the end of the day, it's for us to decide whether we're switching up our hair for ourselves or because we feel like we have to. Now that we've talked about the historical, societal, and influential aspects of wanting to change up our hairstyles, let's take a step back for a second and ask, is it really a bad thing? Look, I get it. Hair is fun. It's one of the easiest ways to switch up a look, try something new, and express yourself. Express yourself. My impulsiveness took over. I really wanted to say that. And let's be real, who doesn't love a good makeover? I mean, there's something so satisfying about being able to rock a wig one day and then show your curls off the next. But of course, there are always pros and cons to everything. So let's take a moment to explore how being impulsive with our hair can have its downsides. Starting with the good side of it, hair can be a creative outlet. It's a way to make a statement, it's a way to have fun, and just look different and look cute at the same time. There's a reason our hair grows 0.3 millimeters a day. Half an inch per month, 6 inches a year for the ones who are blessed. We can grow it, cut it off, braid it down, throw a wig over it, forget about it. Hair is one of the few things we can change about ourselves easily, and it doesn't have to be permanent. And not to mention, we're one of the few races that has a lot of range when it comes to our hair. We can do wash and goes, knotless braids, flexi rod sets, locks. And I understand that we're not the only demographic that can achieve these hairstyles, but for us, these styles have cultural significance, rooted in history, self-expression, and identity. So it's easy to say that the versatility of our hair is amazing. And probably the main reason why we switch it up so much, it's because we can. And maybe we're just overwhelmed with all the choices that we have. We can have cornrows one day and then we can get braids the next. Like, it's so easy.
Now I'm sitting here going half crazy.
Life is short. Let's just try all the hairstyles before it's over. But there's always another side of the story. While the freedom to change our hair is possible, it also comes with some downsides. While switching up our hair is cute, it can also get expensive. Do y'all know how much they're charging for wigs nowadays? And not even wigs, but half wigs. Even the half wigs are expensive, child. I promoted a braid band on my TikTok page a couple months ago. It's basically like a throw on and go type braid wig. It has a band, you snap it on, it has braids. Super easy, you can throw a hat on top of it and you can be outside in minutes. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do believe the actual product was worth the hype because it's human hair, it's easy to throw on, you can have it on standby when you need to get out the house real quick. But the price of it was a bit much and people made sure to voice that in the comments. People don't want to spend an arm and a leg on wigs, bundles, human hair for boho braids, because those synthetic curls and boho braids start to look a mess after a week. But if you switch up your hair constantly, that price starts to add up. Wanting to have a new style every week, even every month, it definitely gets pricey.
I paid $300 to get my hair done, then checked it when I got home, and look at this. OMG.
You charge me $230 for 100 braids, but you're going to charge me $300 for 12.
What's the most expensive thing you're wearing?
Probably my braid.
And it's not even just the hair or the fake hair, it's our natural hair too. It's the products that we have to buy to upkeep our natural hair.
I think it's time for me to go bald because look at this. I was gonna get this mousse, but for $13, it's gonna have to be a no for me. $16 for this jelly curls, whatever. Too much. $20 for this little bottle right here.
Why'd you just shrug your shoulder? Cause they my shoulders. I don't know how to answer these questions.
So whether we're wearing wigs or we're rocking our curls, money will be spent. Now moving on to the damage it can cause. For the girls who wear wigs back to back, how are your edges doing right now? I send them my most sincere, heartfelt love. I know not everybody's edges are chewed from wearing wigs back to back, but it's very easy to get there if you're not careful with the removal. And with all these glues and adhesives that these companies are coming out with, you'd think we'd be keeping the wig on for a year.
You got to get on your Zoom. Every morning you got to get on your Zoom at 10.
So that glue on top of badly removing your wig so that you can move on to the next one, your edges will be done for. And then there's the deeper issue. For some of us, changing our hair isn't just a fun choice. It becomes a need. It becomes a support. When changing your hair starts to become a necessity more than a choice, it can start to feed into something deeper. If you always need a wig or a fresh set of braids to feel beautiful, is it really about self-expression or are we hiding behind a mask? It's like telling yourself you only feel confident when you're wearing that new bust down wig, or you only feel yourself when you have a fresh set of boho braids. Trust me, I've been there. Hair can be such a fun way to express ourselves, but when we can't sit still at the thought of trying to escape from the last hairstyle, that's when it crosses into insecurity. If we only feel beautiful with a new hairstyle, are we even feeling beautiful in our natural state? Because the truth is, beauty comes from within, not what's on top of your head. Do y'all think black women change our hair too much? Is it just our culture or something society has kind of forced us to do? Or is it just self-expression and there's no deeper meaning to it at all? Also, I want to know how frequently you change your hair. Are you always trying to find a new style or are you good with what you got? Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Like, subscribe, turn on that notification button if you want more content like this, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, beauties.